Slicers and timeline. Welcome back friends. In this lecture we are going to understand what is slicer and how to create it. Slicer is a graphical version of report filter fields. It is good for presentations because it is visually more appealing than report filters. All the selected and unselected items are always visible on face of the worksheet in case of slicers, unlike hidden in case of filters. So let's start with our example. Here I have taken store name in row field and I have taken four value fields: number of pieces, discount, sales amount and gross margin. Now I want to filter this report with category. Like I want to see same report for each category separately. So in our traditional way, we just take the category and put in filters. So while selecting the item, I always need to go to here and select the category. But in case of slicer, what will happen? Let's have a look. Go to analyze, insert slicer. In filters group, there is a button for insert slicer. Just press it. The moment you press the insert slicer button, it will show you all the fields available in your source data. You can add a slicer on any one of these fields. So in our example, we are going to add the slicer on category. Say OK. Oh, see, Excel has inserted a slicer for us. This is just like some button. These are buttons. You can press these buttons to filter your data. Like if I want only for gents collection, I will just press this button and my data will be filtered and values for gents collection will be shown. Kids collection, ladies collection. See how beautiful it is. It does the same work of report filters but in visually appealing way. This is good for presentations and dashboards. If you want to remove the filter, just press this button. Before Excel 2013, if you want to select multiple items like gents collection and ladies collection, you had to press control button to select it. See, I am pressing the control button, non-consecutive items. Okay, if you want to select consecutive items, you can press shift also, gents collection and kids collection. But from Excel 2013 they have given this multi-select button. So if you select this, you don't have to press the control key, right? I have removed the filter, so everything is selected. I am selecting only, I am deselecting. See, now gents collection is selected. But if you press this button, you can select directly without pressing control. See, now I am removing the selection. This is a slicer. You can insert multiple slicers also. Again go to analyze, insert slicer. This time I am going to select say article code. OK. It will insert the slicer. Now this slicer is little bit big, so I can just go to see when my slicer is selected, I am getting this options tab. Here you can define how many columns will be there in your slicer. You can adjust the height and width of buttons, height and width of whole slicer, and from here you can select the styles also. Whatever style you select, your slicer will change it automatically. Okay, so I am just going to give 2 columns instead of 1, so it will be more easy to locate the articles. See, I want to see it for hats, bags, suits and so on. Okay, got it? So this is the slicer. It's very simple, and you can use it in your reporting whenever you are going to show your files to your boss or a senior person or a client, where you want to give an impression. Then you can use this feature, Excel slicers. Similar feature comes in case of date fields. If your data has a date field, then I am just deleting this slicer, and now I will show you the timeline slicer. Just go to your pivot table, insert timeline. Timeline slicer can only be inserted if your base data has a date field. If your base data does not have date field, see, when I press this button, in field list only one field is showing, calendar day, because it is a date field. All other fields are not shown here. I am selecting it, pressing OK. Okay, this is my timeline slicer. Okay, here I can see the year. If I am just scrolling to the left, see 2015 Jan to 2017 December, 3 years data I have with me. See, this I can do it by quarters also. Here month is selected, we can do it year wise. So we have 3 years, we can select 1 year, so data will show only 2015 values. We can select 2016, we can select 2017. If you want to select 2 years, then you have to go here, and this horizontal two-way arrow comes, just click it and drag it. So now 2016 as well as 2017 data is showing. You can do it quarter wise also. See, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 4 of 2015, then 4 quarters of 2016, and lastly you can do it with days also. At this minute level, you can apply timeline slicer. The only requirement is your source data must have date field, otherwise timeline slicer will not work. Now the most important and very useful feature of slicer is your slicer can control more than one pivot table. In case of filters, filter controls only one pivot table with which it is attached, but you can attach your slicers with multiple pivot tables. I am just deleting this and just copying this pivot table down to create another one. Okay, here we will do what we will do. We will remove the store name and put the zone name. Okay, now we have category slicer here, and store wise and zone wise two different pivot tables are there. See, both pivot tables are changing. See, right? So this slicer is controlling both the pivot tables, but this is happening because I copied this pivot table and pasted below, so automatically that slicer got connected to this pivot table also. But what will happen if you have already created pivot table and after that you create a slicer? Just have a look. I am just deleting this slicer. Now I am creating the another slicer again. Article code, analyze, insert slicer, article code. Okay, see, now I am selecting bag, casual shirts and all. Only this pivot table is changing and not this one, because this slicer is connected with this one, this pivot table only. To connect this slicer to both the pivot tables, you need to right click on the slicer and go to report connections. See, here both of your pivot tables are showing, pivot table 1, pivot table 2. These are system given names. You can rename your pivot tables. if you are creating a complex pivot table dashboard and there are multiple like 10-15 pivot tables, then it is very difficult to remember in which pivot table what data is shown. So for that you should always name your pivot table. See, system by default gives some name, pivot table 1, pivot table 2, 3, 4, so on. But for simplicity and clarity, you should give your pivot table some logical name. For example, for this pivot table we will give, you just have to go to analyze and here you can change the name. We will change the name to store wise. Okay, here you cannot use space and you cannot use any special character except underscore. Underscore is allowed. Then I am clicking the another pivot table and I am renaming it to zone wise, zone underscore wise. Okay, so now I have renamed it. Now I am going to my slicer, right click, report connections, see store wise, zone wise. I need to check this box. So now both the pivot tables are attached with this slicer. Say OK, and now if you change the selection, both the pivot tables will change accordingly. Can you see this? This is the beauty of this feature. This cannot be achieved with pivot table filters because filter can only control only one pivot table, but slicer can control as many pivot table are there in your worksheet. No problem as far as their source data is same. If source data is different, then that slicer cannot be attached to the pivot table. Pivot source data should be same, must be same. See, okay. So this is all about pivot table slicers and timelines. Thanks a lot.